Des Moines, Iowa, March 16th, 1968. The finals of the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Tournament. A sellout crowd of 15,000 is on hand to watch the two top teams in Iowa girls basketball battle it out for the state championship. And what a battle it promises to be. They're calling it the Dream Game because it brings together not only the teams ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state all season, but also the two greatest scorers in tournament history. In a state renowned for its interest in girls basketball, this is enough to send even the most impartial fan into a frenzy of anticipation. Everly has been called the team that has everything. An offense that averaged 87 points a game during the season and rolled to 26 straight victories. A tough defense and a veteran all-stater at both ends of the court.
When I look at it now, it was very small, but being a farm kid, going into town was kind of a good deal. You know, everybody went to one of the three churches. It was an okay, you know, it was a good place to grow up.
Our fans were very supportive. They were excellent fans, and we would pack the gym usually most nights, and was really neat to see and to have that support from the community.
There was already a really good established tradition for the cattle feeders by the time I came up.
Everly's opponent, Union Witten from Central Iowa, is appearing at state for the first time. But what an appearance. The Cobras, ranked number 2 in Iowa all year, have rolled roughshod over every tournament opponent so far, averaging more than 100 points a game.
I grew up in Witten, Iowa, about 100 people and 25 dogs. And just had a little park, post office. My dad ran the grocery store, and across the street was my cousin Denise.
There's only about 3 girls in the town, so I kind of began my childhood playing baseball with the boys, and that's what I liked more than anything, is playing baseball. And then it kind of switched over into basketball. My older sister played, and for 3 years in a row, her team, Union Witten, played against Wellsburg and lost in the district finals 3 years in a row. And each year they were ahead by 18 and 21 points, and it was just really heartbreaking for me, so I just really worked hard so that fate didn't come to me.
When most girls were, you know, dating and all that, Denise and I, and a lot of us, were just playing sports.
There were some teams that we just really rolled over, and then we had some close calls. There were some games that Hartley was kind of our next door neighbor and one of our arch rivals, where we had, you know, been tied and won at the last by 2 points, you know. So we had some close games there, but managed to fend everybody off, you know, till we got through to state.
Our offensive average was like around 103 points, and our defensive average was like 48. So, you know, I mean, we pretty much dominated every opponent, and of course, until we got to Everly, and they were very good.
We didn't think we could be beat. We didn't understand how come they picked Everly as number 1 and us number 2. We just didn't think we could be beaten. But Jeanette Olson, we heard a lot about her. And a lot of the papers, or a lot of people talked Denise and Jeanette Olson, Denise and Jeanette Olson, and what would happen if they got together. And it was in the air. I mean, you know, you could just sense it. It was just two greats.
We had heard about Union Witten, and you know, we thought, oh, that would be nice if we would get to play them, you know, and it was magical.
Tonight, the fans in this vast auditorium will be joined by many thousands more watching on a huge television network reaching into 9 Midwest states. Small wonder that Iowa has earned for itself the title of Queen State of Girls High School Basketball. Tonight's game culminates the long drive down the tournament trail that started more than 3 weeks ago. And the two teams meeting for the title could not have been better chosen if the tournament had been played to a script.
I was just so in awe and thrilled to be playing that I didn't really take any of that pressure on. I'm sure the pressure on Jeanette was just tremendous.
You could tell that there was the pressure that you wanted to do well, for not only for yourself, but for your community.
This was, I mean, everybody was behind us. When we went to the state tournament, every store closed down. You drive through Union and Witten, nobody was open. It was just a ghost town because everybody was down at the tournament.
I probably don't have as good a memory as some of the other girls on the team because they were able to relax, but I wasn't really able to relax that much.
But I was nervous. I wanted to beat them. I did. And I knew we could. And the day before, I know we were listening to Beatles albums. Now, I don't know if Denise did the Pepto-Bismol. I think I might have shared it with her. I don't remember. But I was a little bit nervous before that game. But when I got out there and started shooting, when the game started, then that all went away.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the two greatest scorers in girls basketball history, and the number 1 and 2 ranked teams battling for the state championship.